Hey, good morning, everyone. Rory Powers, Right Line Trading. Hope you had a nice evening. Before we get started, let's just get the CFTC out of the way. This broadcast is for demonstration educational purposes only. It's important to know that I am not a licensed financial advisor or a trade advisor. We're not offering any type of trading advice here today. And if you're not familiar with the risks associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's take a look at the Forex Factory. You know what today is. It is Wednesday, January 28th. If you're joining us today, well, that's the good news. Hallelujah. Any day above ground, you're off to a good start. Today is FOMC Day. And historically, we know that the markets can be very choppy, ranging, miserable markets that can chew you up and spit you out in a million pieces. So we are going to proceed with caution. I was watching a video this morning from Oscar Carboni. He said, we're going to be on the sidelines over here at Omni. We don't trade the FOMC the second day of the meeting, which is today. So be very careful. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Now, after that report comes out, the Feds are very unlikely to raise the rates, to lower the rates, even though it would be a great opportunity, Oscar was saying. Great opportunity for Jerome Powell to end his term with a bang. But it is unlikely that he will do that. So that's coming up today at 2 o'clock and 2:30. Jerome Powell will whisper in the market's ear. And we'll see what happens. But they're not anticipating any type of interest rate cut. Canada has some red folder reports that usually have an impact on our market. So that's something to look out for. At 9:45, those red folder reports from Canada. Canada, beautiful country. We went snow skiing in a place called Mount St. Anne in Quebec. Beautiful, very cold. Crude oil inventory. All right, maybe we get a crude play at 10:30. That might be our trade of the day. The crude report, 10:30. Silver and gold has been on fire. On fire. Silver, I think, was up to $110 ounce. Gold, last I checked, was at 5,200. Let's take a quick look at gold. Oh my goodness, 52. It was up over 5,300 last night. Look at this market. It's just unbelievable. This is a 30 range. Let's go to a 5-minute or a 15-minute, even better. Up, 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 and away. This gold just won't stop. Let's see where silver's at. $113. Crude oil's bouncing. 63. Wasn't long ago. It was what, 48 or 50? Getting a bounce on crude. Decent volume, 348. If today's your first day joining us, welcome. We're going to be showcasing the automated bots here at Right Line Trading. You're in for a treat. We got our ES one-day pass in the game. Let's take a quick look. The one-day pass is our prop trading template that can pass an evaluation in just one trade. It takes the maximum number of contracts. For a $50,000 account, for example, Apex allows you to trade 10 contracts. So we'll leverage 10 contracts and go for the minimum excursion to reach our profit goal of 33,000. We add a tick or two in for slippage and commissions. Good morning, Rao. Hey, good morning, Mr. K. Jones. So this one-day pass on the ES happens to be one of our strongest one-day passes. The E-mini, the S&P 500's at all-time highs. Broke 7,000. Been on fire. NASDAQ's up over 26,000. But the S&P is on fire. Up and away. Look at this. Incredible. Some rally that's been on. Breaking all-time highs. Let's see where we are. It's kind of flat. Midnight. Price went up a little bit. Now it came right back down to where it was. It's retracing back to the 50. Our one-day pass is trying to get across the finish line here. So these are fully automated bots. Once they're enabled, they will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. They can be traded as a set it and forget it, or as semi-automated strategies, which is really what the prop firms want you to use. They don't really allow fully automated systems. They want you to they want you right in front of it to manage the trades, to be in front of the system. You have to have the ability to adjust the parameters. Inside of our strategy parameters, we can set the rules for our entries based on market structure, whether or not we want to trade into the VWAP or off the VWAP, into areas of support or resistance, above or below our moving averages. So we have a lot of flexibility to make some adjustments to the strategy parameters. So we have rules for our entries and we have triggers, A, B, C, and D. Because this is not a black box system and you can adjust all of the parameters, once the trade is executed, the stop and profit target, like you see here, are projected on the chart. So this is what they consider a semi-automated strategy. You could sit right in front of it. You could set the rules for the entries, and once the trade is executed, you can manage it on your chart, or you can allow it to manage itself. Because of those features, Apex and many others will allow you to trade this system. Apex just started a 90% sale. We're going to be trading a couple of evals. I'm kind of building my confidence this year. I'm not there yet, but I'm getting there. Last year we had a great year. And trying to find my groove, get my confidence back. We have a nice diversification of different bots that trade the E-mini, the NASDAQ. Those are really our 1-2 punch. Our most profitable bots run on the NASDAQ and the E-mini. I did a short look back in my ChatGPT. We developed in ChatGPT what we call our trading analyst. This is ChatGPT. I ran a report of my trades between January 26th and today. That's this week. This week. I'd like to see which bot is performing the best. The retirement plan, which is a signal A entry that likes the movements of up and down and up and down, is up $3,200 this week. If I bring over my trade performance, one of the most common questions is, how do I decide which bot to trade? Well, we have what's called the best bot. The best bot decides for you. You put your prop account or live account in that NQ best bot, and it will automatically trade the most profitable NASDAQ bot in your portfolio. Has a very short look back. It could change mid-session. It could be copying for example, it could copy the scalper on one trade and go to the money maker on the next. Or what you can do, something that I always like to do, is I like to look at my trade performance. NinjaTrader has a very powerful trade performance metric. If I look in the month of January, from the 1st to the 28th, and we'll push generate. And what we're going to do is change this to trades. And click on this accounts button up top. And it selects all the accounts, all the trades in the month of January. I'm going to export that data by right-clicking on my trade performance and selecting export. And I'm just going to name this January 1 to the 28th. And save it. Now, I can use my ChatGPT. We developed a really nice API with ChatGPT that we named the Trading Analyst. And we upload that file that I just exported from Ninja and put it straight into ChatGPT. So we're playing right into the strength of ChatGPT, being able to process an enormous amount of data very quickly and accurately. We're going to ask it to process these trades. And what it'll do in very short order is it'll instantly tell me for the month of January which bots are the most profitable. So that gives us about a 30-day look back. And it brings them up very quickly. And it tells me my top bots for the month of January. So I know on a 30-day look back which ones are my strongest. the RJ on the 150 range, NASDAQ, my ES one-day pass, my 2-minute one-day pass, my sniper bot on the 20U, my RJ, star 1871. That really goes with this. You would really add these two together. Our most recent update, we've renamed the account, but in actuality, these are combined. So the RJ just crushes it. In fact, let's put that, with that information, let's go ahead and make this one the RJ. We're looking for the NQ 150 range RJ. We'll make that our leader. And I'm going to turn it on, and it'll copy. The next trade it takes will copy into our evaluation accounts. So this is a 30-day look back. What we're looking at here on my control center is our leaderboard. I refer to our leaderboard as the what have you done for me latelys. These are the ones that are making the most money today. Keyword, today. Today's the day we need to hit our profit target. We're not going to worry about what happened yesterday. So we're looking for a vehicle to get us there. That's a good question. Why don't we make one? Why don't we make one? Let's use the same data series as crude oil, that 10 range, I think it is. Let's find our, what I'm going to do is I want to get my iBots in the game. I've got this ESODP in my SIM account. What I can do is I can flatten all my positions and disconnect my data. And I'm going to add a simulation account. I'm going to add the silver. Quick OK. Reconnect. And I'm going to go to my strategies tab. And I'm going to right click and select new strategy. And the one that I want to start with, I'm going to always select the AI Auto Trader P under my available list. I'm going to come down to the bottom right where it says template, and I'm going to load my CL10 range. And because I want to trade silver on a 10 range to start. And I'm going to use the signal A I'm going to select a 50 signal. That is going to prevent a counter trend trade. And I want to have clear pivots and clear volume zones. Those are those areas of support or resistance. I need to have a clearance of about 30 ticks in order for it to trigger a trade. A signal B, I'm going to use on my signal B the 50 signal just to prevent counter trend trades. I'm going to stick with my clear pivots and clear volume zones with a 30 tick clearance. That means my profit target should be anywhere, my first profit target should be anywhere from 30 or less, because I'll have a clear shot right to my profit target. And our ATM strategy, we could play a 13 tick stop loss. Let's give it a little more room. Well, no, let's keep it at 13. Let's go for a 25 tick profit target. We're not going to trail it, but if we go 15 ticks, we're going to lock in 5. And I'm going to kick in my profit target window if it goes to 18. If it goes to 18 ticks, my stop will come up to plus 11. 11 ticks behind 18. 7 ticks behind 18. 11. And I'll do a leapfrog on it of 2 points. I always like to use my smart stop 3. My smart stop 3 will prevent a full stop out. If the trade goes 10 ticks, my stop will attach to my 15 EMA. And then I'll put on silver. And we'll put it on that silver account that we just created. Sim silver. So we'll throw a silver bot in the game. And what I like to do is I'd like to let it trade for a day or two and then come back to my chart and look at the text and markers. See where the entries were taken. And based on those entries, I can start making improvements. I could figure out how to filter out my losing trades. If I put this filter in place or that filter in place, it wouldn't have taken this entry or that entry, and I still would have had these winners. So it gives me a good starting point. But ideally, we would want to try it on a number of different data series, not just a 10 range. All right, 927. Got decent volume on gold, 500 contracts a minute. I'm going to come down to a little bit quicker. Go to a 30 range. I always like to name my tabs on my trade copier so I know which each tab is. RJ. This is the NASDAQ. NQ. RJ. This is my 150 range. Knowing that it's an FOMC day and we're anticipating a ranging market, we're going to go very slow. We're going to be conservative as to not take any big drawdowns today. We've got a silver bot now in the game, Mr. McGee. Silver and gold, the precious metals have just been on fire. It's amazing. All right. Good luck, everybody. There goes the opening bell. There goes the leapfrog. We'd like to let the market settle down. Our 20 Unorenco on the NASDAQ is below the 50. So on our 30 range, we're looking for shorts. DeRevo ES 1-day passes in. Let's see if the market finds a direction. Good luck, everybody. Let's put our profit target right on support. Let's put silver on a tab. Duplicate. And if it takes a trade, I'll pull it over. We've got an account for silver. Oh, you know what? I need to check the times that it's trading. Or we'll sit here and we won't get a trade. We'll put our silver account on. Oh, it's already in a trade. How about that? So that silver bot is trading a 30 range. Let's put it on the 10 range. If there's too much whipsaw on a 10 range, we can always increase the bar size. Very quickly, it's down 725. That might be too small of a bar by the way it looks. Needs more room. Let's watch a few more trades and then we'll make an adjustment on it. I live right by the Air Force Base, and it sounds like they're doing some exercises out there. I hear a fighter jet out there. Here's the leg down. Here we go in the leapfrog. Nice trade. Beautiful short entry on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we get a break of support. Wait, here's another entry on silver. Bam, we hit that one. It didn't leapfrog, though. Oh, man, if that leapfrog worked, that would have been a monster trade. Yeah, 'cause, let's make it a bigger bar. Let's go right to a 30 range. Here we go. We're back in short on this leapfrog. We'll look at this trade. I was going to enable it too. Let's see if we can get a short on the leapfrog. This thing looks like it's going to take a ride to the downside. Silver shooting up. Hey, good morning, Derek. A leapfrog? The leapfrog is when we're in a trade and the trade starts maturing towards our profit target. What'll happen is my stop will come down and lock in some profits like a trailing stop, but it will also move my profit target. So my stop and my profit target will leap up together as the trade matures. And we call that a leapfrog. It's a little outside of the box of what comes normally with Ninja Traders ATM strategies. They don't have any configuration like that, where both your stop and your profit target will continue to jump either up or down to continuously lock in profits. With the prop firms, they count it against you, your unrealized gains. So we have to trail the trades as to not get too many unrealized gains. To adhere to their guidelines, we developed what we call a leapfrog to prevent unrealized gains being excessive and allowing our winning trades to run. What hurts us as futures traders a lot of the times, what hurts me more than anybody, is squeezing our stop or not allowing a winning trade to run, leaving money on the table to where it skews our risk to reward ratio, where one loser can wipe out 2 or 3 winners, where, ideally it's the other way around. Let's take a look at this retirement plan. This retirement plan caught my eye. If you remember, this week, it's crushing it. Let's change to silver. I agree with you, Derek. Not Derek, Mr. McGee. Rio? Hey, Rio. Definitely needs room to breathe. At $25 a tick, I was trying to do it with a tight stop, but you can't. So let's loosen it up just a little bit. Let's give it some room and see if we can get in a runner. Let's go an even 1-to-1. Okay, we're in. We're actually in the leapfrog. Let me go back to the leapfrog. We're in a long trade. I like to bring my profit target below support. See if we can get some follow through the upside. This Mack truck's about to kick in too. Come on up. All right, now we're in the leapfrog. Now you'll see my stop and my profit target, if the trade matures to the upside, will both bounce. There it goes. Now they're both bouncing, and it's giving us the opportunity for a runner. There we go. I must have pulled in a loser. Okay, there goes our silver bot. Silver's back in. Let's see if we can get silver. Not sure what happened. Oh, exit on a line change. Okay, let's change that setting. Let's change that setting quick. That NQ Revo on the 16 Unarenko is up 800. iBot NQ30 range is one of my strongest bots on the iBot. Let's bring back the silver. There's that Canadian report, I believe. Let's step aside with that. Okay, silver's in long. Oh, you got to give that thing some room, don't you? Maybe we get rid of the range bars, go to a Unarenko. Okay, we're in short. There's too much whipsaw. Let's see if we get a short on the leapfrog. Our 20U is breaking down below the 50. We got some room right to support. There we go. We're in short. See if we get a little follow through. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down. All the risk is off. Now try to get in our leapfrog. Push down a little further. Now we're in the leapfrog. See if we can get it to mature. Come on, keep pushing down. One more leapfrog. One more leapfrog. Come on down. Push down. There you go. There we go. Nice trade. Push down one more time. One more time. Nice. Got a nice short right there on that leapfrog. The NQ one-day pass caught that move short for a full winner. If you played that NQ one-day pass, we delivered two one-day passes, the ES and the NQ. The NQ just scored. Mack Truck is in short. Yeah, you're right. I agree. Rao's making some big bread on the big money on that gold bot. Leapfrog's back in long. Mack Truck's back in long. I think to be up 350 on a FOMC day is an absolute blessing. NQ one-day pass is back in. Let's take a look. Take a look. Oops. NQ one-day pass. This is the bot that'll take one trade and pass an eval. We're trading 10 contracts, looking for 62 ticks. Today, being an FOMC day, isn't the best day to trade these one-day passes for obvious reasons. But 62 ticks, the NASDAQ can very easily get 62 ticks. If it gets in our window If it gets within 7 ticks of our profit target, it comes in our profit window. Bam! Just nailed it. That would have got you a funded account right there, times as many as you want to risk on a trade copier. I've seen 20 at once done, successfully and unsuccessfully. Right now at 90% off, figure 20 bucks for a $50,000 account. You buy 10 accounts, that's $200. So you're risking 200 if you copy it across 10 accounts. Just had a nice trade on silver. The leapfrog was a little too tight, and it stopped me out. The Revo NQ30. That's a good strategy. Let's take a look at that one. Now that one's leapfrogging now. The ES20 range is one of our best bots. It's on the Revo ES20. NQ16U is in. Let's take a look at that one. Okay, here's a silver move. Here's one, Rio. We put together a silver bot. We've got it trading on the 8 Unarenko now. Let's see if we can get, now it's in a leapfrog. Our stop jumped up. It's jumped up a little too tight, I think. But it should leapfrog. Yeah. Okay. Let's make an adjustment. See, I like to watch it. And then based on how it's moving, we can say, hey, you know what? Let's give it a little more room. Let's not have the stop jump up so tight. So what that is I'll scroll down to my trade management and I'll say, you know what? Let's not go to break even at 15. We got crude inventory at 10:30. Let's get ready for a crude play. Back-end silver. I don't see that being a 30-tick stop. You know what? I must have pushed cancel when I adjusted it because it didn't make the adjustment on the ATM. I see my stop went to +5. Now it's leapfrogging. Now if that thing would shoot up, okay, let me come back. Hey, Tess. How do you add data lap timer column? I need to share a template with you for that. I'm going to send you an email with an indicator to import and a template for your market analyzer. Look at this nice short. Look at this short on the NQ. Boy, that's a beauty. The reason I say it's a beauty is because my 50 is red. My 15 is below the 50 red. Market structure wise, my 20U is below the 50. And we have a clear shot to our profit target. That's our software's defining risk to be at the lowest right now. Momentum is pinned to the downside. Our moving averages are set up perfectly. Our higher time frame is in agreement. That's an opportune time to take a short trade. They won't all be successful, but our chances go way up when we have those variables, those technicals lined up like that. Let's go back to our leaderboard. We got the crude oil going. Tony. Oh, you're having an issue with Lucid? With the trade of 8? Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I listened to your voicemail. I'm going to license you for that. You've had that system for a long time. Um, I got to get with you today. But I'm going to go ahead and issue that license that you were asking me about, or that you and Brock asked about. And I have your number right here in front of me. Let's see if we get a short roll here, right down to support. You can see our range now has been defined. The red line is our resistance. Blue line is support. And our 50 is pretty close to right in the middle. Our point of control. Almost like a market profile. Value area high, value area low, and a point of control. We could buy off support for a counter trend trade. Sell off resistance. It's coming right back down to support. Here we go. Oh, silver's in. Every time I think silver's going to catch a runner. Whoa. There goes silver. Look at that move. Yeah, we're gonna have to go to even bigger bar than that. Silver's flying. Look at the volume on silver. 1,300 contracts a minute. Whoa, look at that. It's flying. That's an 8 Unarenko. It's eating those 8 Unarenkos like it's nothing. Wow. Let's get a much bigger bar. It's getting a lot of play on silver. Okay, we got crude inventory in 15 minutes. We got a great lineup today. We got Savvy Trader coming down behind me at 10:30 and Professional Options Trader David Wise at 11:30. At NQ30, still doing well on the Revo. The Golden Goose is coming up my leaderboard. The goose is loose. I was lying in bed one night and I got a text message. It said the goose is loose. It was old Dukester. His goose got loose in the middle of the night. Revo 30's up with a cool $1,000. The goose is loose. Let's go back. Silver and gold are dropping like it's hot. Let's go to our Sim Gold account. Sim Golden Goose. Huh. Tremendous volume on these precious metals. Look at gold's up to 5,300. I don't believe this. It just broke 5,000 earlier this week. The Golden Goose is on GC. Gold is trading, well, gold, we could trade it on micro gold as well. Blackter. The Blacter's in the house. Welcome. We're trading gold. We could trade gold on GC or MGC. I know Rao, he does the Forex, the XAU USD pair. Target 6,000. It's coming too. It's going to get there. I talked to David Wise about gold because I was thinking, man, this thing's going to keep shooting up for the moon. He said, well, it's so far overbought already. He said it's 2 standard deviations from the 50. But I was watching a video from Oscar last night, and he had a channel that is right in the channel, just headed straight up. Ooh, let's see if this breaks support. on the NASDAQ. Let's see if we get a break of support. We got the NQ20, we have the 20U and the 30 range. We're getting some selling pressure here. Or listen, buying right off of support isn't a bad idea today with this ranging market. We could have picked up, scalped a nice winner right there, right off support. It's pretty difficult trading, trying to call tops and bottoms. But we haven't broken support all morning. ES stars in. See if it does a break, gives us a break. Tell you, it's tempting to buy right off of support. A 1 week chart. Go back a year. That's 620 weeks. I might choke out my ninja, Duke. Look at the lag it put on. I think I'm trying to load a little too much data. I'm going to close it. Let me make sure I have gold enabled. The golden goose. How about I put it on a daily? Let's go to a daily and we'll put it for a year. That shouldn't use too much data. Look at that. If we bought off of support, look what happened. It bounced right off support. We got crude inventory coming out. Crude inventory at 10:30. We're going to stick around for the report. Silver's in. Silver's in a $500 trade. I can't tell you. I'll tell you, Duke, I can't load a full year on gold. It's I try to put it to a daily. There it goes. Okay, here's a daily for a year on gold, Duke. Give you an idea of where it's gone. Back in February, it was trading at about 2,800 an ounce. It's almost doubled since February. That's some chart, ain't it? It's at 52.87. That's a daily chart going back a year. In 1 year, the price of gold has just about doubled in 12 months. It's amazing. I'm talking about the gold, not the 2 Unarenko. It's just way too small of a bar right now for gold. I was talking about the 30 range on the gold. When I said the goose is loose, I think that test spot in the long run failed the test. Wow. Look what Rao just wrote. If you had an open position from February, your profit was $400,000. Jeez. I was actually talking to David about it yesterday, David Wise. He was telling me, he said Trump is such a wild card that a safe haven, since there's no telling what he's going to do next. We've seen price of gold just explode over the last year. The tariff stunt he pulled in April, you could see that's when it looks like this thing really, in April, when the tariffs came out, we got that bounce, and then it consolidated through August. And midway through August, that thing just took off. Bam. Right to November. Pulled back, and then bam. Took off again. Get one little pullback here. I'm all over it. I'm just scared to get into this thing. It's technically, David said it's 2 standard deviations above the mean. He's thinking it's got to make a retracement sooner or later. All right, we got 9 minutes. 9 minutes for the crude oil report. I'm going to take a real quick bathroom break. And let's try to get in a crude trade. Let me see if I can turn my camera off. I'll be right back, everyone. Okay, I'm back. Let me turn the camera back on. All right. Testing, testing. His expensive ballroom got shut down. Oh, did it? No kidding. Coming back down to test support on the NASDAQ. The ESR is still in that same position. You can see our leaderboard. It's very anemic. There's nothing on there. That's a great day to sit on your hands. Sit on your hands. Hurry up and do nothing. Okay, we got crude oil coming out. Crude's flying. Now, crude is turning about under 100 contracts a minute. So let's go to that 10 range. This is what our crude chart looks like. Our crude strategy is running in the Sim 101 account. So on our chart trader, we're going to put it on our Sim 101. It's actually in a trade right now. We got the report dropping in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Just in case we want to trade it, we'll get our trade copier out. And we'll go to our Sim 101 account to make it our leader account. Oops. Okay, crude oil report. 1 minute. 1 minute. What am I doing? I'm looking at the wrong day. Oh, no, I'm not. Here it is. 17 seconds. They got the timer on. 5 seconds. 1 second. The forecast is it's going to be down 200,000 barrels. Production will be down. 2.3 million. They were forecasting it would be 3, so it came down a lot more. So the price of the supply is much smaller. So you would think the price would go way up, way up. So a short position on crude is actually a good position. Let's try to get in. Could get a bounce here on crude. We're going to put our Sim 101 and turn it on. Going to try and catch a crude trade long. Oh, we're in short. Yeah, I wanted to be in long. I don't want to be in short. Trying to see what their perspective is on it and the news, but all I really see is on the actual report. That it was lower, minus 2.3 million. And they were only expecting it to be minus 0.2 million. Didn't really have a big reaction, did it? Normally it takes crude a while, an hour or so to play out. It'll just kind of slowly move in one direction. I closed out of it. I was hoping to get a long trade on it. I got in short. Let's get a leapfrog. Let's get a leapfrog short. Oh, I missed it. Darn. All right, my time is up. Please, on your way out the door, if you would, like my video here on YouTube. I like to I consider it my job security. I had a feeling crude was going to go up. Look at that. Mm. That 10 range got snookered into a short position. Had it went long, we'd be in good shape. All right, everybody. Happy FOMC day. We wound up about $240 or $250, $470 across two accounts. And God willing, we'll be back tomorrow and do it all over again. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Please don't forget to like my video here on YouTube. Thank you, Ace. Appreciate that, sir. Have a great day, everyone. Let's see. Let's hope they cut those interest rates. I'd love to see them cut at least a quarter point, even though it probably won't happen. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. So long.